Oh,
It'll be a surprise.
surprise!
This evaluator is Robin Richards. So Robin, please tell us about Rich.
He is doing Project 7 in the Competent Communicator Manual. And his objectives tonight are collect information about your topic from numerous sources. Carefully support your points and opinions with specific facts, examples, and illustrations gathered through research. Time, 5 to 7 minutes.
Let's give a warm welcome to Rich DeVoe.
Yay. Does anyone here want to be wealthy or is at least curious about how it happens? Everyone. Well, tonight I'm going to give you part history, part success philosophy. And for that, we're going to go into a case study of a famous businessman who lived over, made his first million over 100 years ago. And Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, that man is none other than Henry Leland, the founder of the Cadillac Motor Car Company. And Mr. Leland began his manufacturing career. And here's what we'll begin to see exactly how Mr. Leland did it. And that's, of course, my intention tonight is to show you that. He began his manufacturing career in a firm called Brown & Sharp. And the managing partners, Brown & Sharp, soon saw that Mr. Leland was very, very talented. He spent only a couple of years on the line as a craftsman, molding the parts, before he was quickly put in charge of his own division. And in this division, he made everything from sewing machines to actually horse clippers, clipping horses' hairs. And he implemented into his department something called interchangeable parts, which allowed manufacturing to go quicker because all the parts were, of course, within 1,000th of an inch of each other. So you didn't have to hand make things with unique parts. But it was when he was making the horse clippers that he began to really see his potential as an inventor. Good at business operations. He was good as a craftsman, but now he was beginning to see that he was an inventor as well. And someone gave him the idea to make hair clippers out of the horse clippers. So he went to his workbench and he crafted a prototype. And he did none other than go and sell that prototype for the hair clippers to a hardware firm in Boston, close by to where the factory was. So we can see here that Mr. Leland has a bunch of skills. He's using them all together in concert. And he's really just missing a few things before he's starting his own firm. And a few of those things are dollar bills, finding investors. And he did that, but he found investors, but first he needed a bit of luck as well. And if you read about entrepreneurs and famous business people, you understand that they have quite a bit of luck as well. In most cases, some people are just extremely talented, but a lot of people just have a lot of luck. And he found himself in Detroit, where the auto industry was just beginning to boom. And he found, like I said, he found investors for his new firm, which was going to manufacture engines. And he already had kind of an idea how to manufacture engines, so it wasn't that hard for him. He was brought on as an equity partner and the manager of the whole operation. And he made those engines for none other than Oldsmobile. And because of his talent, because of his passion, his drive to make everything better in his operations, he attracted the attention of other individuals in the automotive circle. In fact, they came to him for professional advice, and a man by the name of William Murphy came to have him appraise an old automobile factory that was going to be liquidated. But Mr. Leland saw gold where other people didn't, and that's another important entrepreneurial skill. And he quickly transformed that company in 6 short years into the Cadillac Motor Car Company. It was named after the French explorer who discovered Detroit, Sieur de Cadillac. And he implemented into the factory right away many of the things he had already learned. He invented new cars. He used interchangeable parts to speed operations. He, of course, now had the money as well to make this happen. And he created a very profitable business. But it's at the end of the 6 years that he did the last thing, and in this case, the most important thing, and that was to sell himself to the public. And it was in Brooklands, England, in 1908, the Royal Automotive Club, where 3 Cadillac motor cars were disassembled and put back together again with intermixed parts. And the press took this as the huge sensation that it was, because it was revolutionary. It meant that cars were going to be more affordable for the masses as well. And Mr. Leland finally attracted, with this big PR victory, the attention of the top players in the automobile business. And that was none other than Mr. Billy Durant, Mr. William C. Durant, who founded General Motors. And he offered Mr. Leland $4.5 million in 1909, probably tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars today, for his company. And Mr. Leland was left with a huge bank account and his dream job in maintaining Cadillac as the standard of the world that is still referred to it today. And I really appreciate being here tonight to share this story. Give you a little bit of an insight into the art that goes into successful business, the luck, the smarts, the ingenuity, the money, and the innovation. So, Mr. Toastmaster.